Yeah. I wanted to show you this right quick. My foot got broken. You can tell. It was broken. You can tell right there, right in there. It's been broken compared to there, so you can tell. Yeah, right there. Let's turn on the light. So yeah, that happened just this month. Last month it happened. So all right, you can tell. Feet still hurt. Yeah. Didn't know I was part of a body farm campaign. But anyways, one thing you do know now about me is that I have a contagious eye disease. Probably that's why my eyes look the way they do. Uh, Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. It's contagious. I know that for a fact. I didn't have to do much to get it, I'll tell you that. Anyways, I want to talk about oneiromancy, if that's alright. Fuck. Anyways. Oneiromancy. We'll look at the beautiful Kansas sky. Gosh darn it. Yeah. I'd love to eat something right now. I keep showing everybody. I try to contact people and tell them what's going on, but they just don't seem to get it, you know? So I just refuse at this point to convince anybody of my my situation. So, anyways, why beat a why beat a dead horse, right? Um, yeah, why beat a dead horse? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, I think there's a lot of witch hunts going on. Not just me, I think there's a lot. There's not just a couple of us. There's a lot. Like a lot. Like if we had the Hells Angels, like totally like on our side, they'd totally kick ass. Cause you know, like, yeah, I don't want to burn out my camera real quick. Alright. Yeah. Trying to find the perfect angle so I don't burn out my camera. So, yeah. Probably right there. Right, yeah. Yeah, I thought I'd get a KFC drop. No, I don't know. Hmm. But I'm a loser. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. All right, so Oneiromancy is like dream interpretations. I've always been interested in them because I don't dream often, you know. So God only lets me dream when God needs to tell me something. So I had this dream. I didn't think anything of it. Yeah, I didn't understand it at the time. I definitely now understand it. But I was just, yeah, I'm gonna pull back right here so I don't get so I don't burn out my camera or anything. So um, but I had a dream and I was like crippled in it. That was the weird thing. I was crippled and I couldn't really walk that well. And a couple of high official Asian men came driving up in like this really fancy car. And it was over here at where I live at 651 Upper Mill Heights Drive, apartment C11, Salina, Kansas 67401. Um, the United States of America, USA. So, um, yeah, I came driving up here. Now, these are like big guys, not your small guys. These are some big wigs, I'm assuming. I don't know why. I don't know why they'd even pay fucking attention to a guy like here in Salina, Kansas. I don't know if I was expecting them or not. I don't know. I just don't know. But anyways, go walking over here somewhere. There's a bench. I don't know where. Somewhere around here. It's a dream, but I know I'm at home. I don't know. We're sitting on a bench. And we look off into the distance over there. And there's like some security officers around us. So they're watching us. And these are high official, like Asian dudes. Like top. I'm sure they're from a different country. I'm not sure where, but they're from somewhere else. Because they don't speak English. I don't know if they're Korean. I don't know. The only Korean word I understand at that time, Asian word, for God is Hananim. And we're looking in that direction, and there's some kind of cloud forming over there. It's a weird cloud over there. And we're all looking in that direction. And there are these high officials, like Secret Service type of Asian dudes around us. And I'm talking, I think, to like either 1 to 3 men in this dream. I'm not really sure. And then I point in this direction, we all look. And I say Hananim, which means God. That's the only thing I know in that Asian language. All right, for God. I don't know it. Maybe in Chinese, Shangdu, is that what it's called? Shangdu? I don't know. But in Korean, it's Hananim, I think. Hananim. I think. I gotta look it up. And then all of a sudden I see like a company logo, like a big company logo in the cloud, like a huge one. This is like a global freaking enterprise. Like this just dominates the world. It's like McDonald's. It's not food though. It's not food. It's kind of round. It's just kind of like circular. That's all I remember. It's kind of circular. And then we don't go anywhere, but I see myself down by the river. I don't see myself down by the riverbank, but I see all these humongous buildings, just like huge, like just built by the Smoky Hill River over there in that distance. Just like these huge motherfucking buildings. And they're all like tech, high tech. Like huge high tech buildings. It's just like the coolest thing I've ever seen in Salina. But there's this like huge, like, I don't know what it is. It's like a corporate logo in the clouds. And it's in this dream. And then they put me in the car. And then we drive off and I wake up. But I remember this company logo just being like world dominating. Like Samsung or Sony or Apple. Just like, it was huge. No one had it. No one had that yet. But somehow it was in Salina. But I remember being crippled in the dream. Remember I wasn't able to walk and I had a blanket around me. And the whole time I just said Hananim. But they kept I think they kept pointing to me. No, I said Hananim over there. Which I think means God. I think so. I don't know. In Korean. So yeah, they put me in the company car, or like the luxury whatever, Secret Service car with them. And I'm wrapped in this white blanket. I'm all crippled. And we drive off. All in all, you seem to know that you don't know what you got till it's gone. Joni Mitchell. What is that? Yellow Cab. Yeah, apparently something. I don't know. But it was huge. I remember that. Everybody knew it was huge. that company logo. Like, it dominated the world. Like I said, I don't know if they were Korean, Japanese, or Chinese. I know they were from there. But the only Korean word or Asian word I knew for God at that time was Hanan. I think in Chinese is Shang. I don't know. But or in Japanese, I don't know. I don't know if what the equivalent of. But I kept feeling like they were saying Jesus to me, but I kept pointing that way and saying Hanan. Some like Messiah or some shit like that, but I just said Hanan over there. God is over there. Apparently that company logo was huge. It wasn't like big. It was like bigger than McDonald's, like worldwide success, renowned, kind of world domination type of. I can't think of any like company that other than fast food that dominates the world from America. Other than like, I don't know. God, I can't think. Apple, I guess, but I don't know. I've never owned an Apple, so this is a Samsung. I always buy Samsung, so Samsung is my go-to favorite. Samsung is all I like. Except for HP computers. I like HP because they're affordable and they're good quality in my opinion. Laptops. If I could, I'd choose Alienware if I was Lux, because Alienware. Not that I play video games really, but I really like the graphics. I just like graphics. Like, especially when it comes to AI stuff, you know, it just looks cooler. But ultimately, yeah. Ultimately, I do like HP because they last almost forever. Almost forever. I like Sony, but if I could, I just Samsung is like always my go-to. Samsung, like world domination. Samsung. I don't know. Who knows? I like Chinese tech too. If I could get my hands on it, I swear to God, if I got my hands on some Chinese tech, I'd totally like be obsessed with it. I know some guys in our town that would be totally into robotics too. I think. I bet they'd come up with some really cool ideas. Some of them are like me in terms of they have like these same gifts like I do. So They're really talented in inventions and mechanics. Because like people that are life path 11s, they can do that stuff really good. They can invent things because they can see into the future. I call them the garage punks. Yeah, the garage punks. So, God forbid they end up like me by some like really cool piece of shit, that thinks they know what's best for everyone when it comes to torturing and trying to kill someone. I mean, goddamn, world domination, Hananim, the whole time I was there. All right here in Salina, Kansas. Probably first ever. Prototype or some shit, I don't know. Bigger than McDonald's globally. Bigger, that's all I can say. I can't think of anything bigger than McDonald's globally from America, honestly. I'm racking my brain. I'm really racking. Food, Hershey's, Coca-Cola. You want to say Apple, internet. Yeah, anyway. It falls short, but I guess Tesla, I don't know. Fuck, I don't know, but I guess it's no fucking Xiaomi or what's that other brand of car that they have in China? They have a bunch of luxury electric cars. I guess everyone can afford one nowadays. When I was in Korea, they already had hydrogen cars, so I thought, yeah. Anyways, at the time they did. I don't know what they have now, so I guess gas wasn't as expensive for those people. But yeah, I'd probably get in trouble. That's probably why I'm in the position I am in now. But God forbid I not have my plastic bags, or I'm the type of guy that needs some plastic bags. Plastic everything. I love plastics. I need it for like grease on my gears too. I don't mind riding a bicycle when I used to. You can't really exercise on a electric whatever the fucking stuff. So, I mean, I don't know what else. What else anyways. I'm sure it's used for multiple things, not just burning fuel though. You know what I mean? Shit, I bet half her car's made from petroleum shit. Half this stuff is made from some type of petroleum, but probably all of it to some extent, even in the ground, right here in the asphalt. Yeah. But anyways, I don't think we'll ever have not a need for it for one way or another. In fact, I'd assume we'd invent new and innovative ways to use it. I don't know. Maybe China has a better idea. They always seem to do pretty good when it comes to like finding a bug and turning it into a world-renowned type of fabric called silk, you know, from a bug. Yeah, a bug. A worm. Becoming the world's foremost expert in fabric making. Yeah. Chinese silk. It built a whole road called the Silk Road. It was that important. So that Italians could make Italian clothes and be world renowned for their artistic achievements with Chinese silk. Yeah. So yeah, we probably always need petroleum. I can't imagine like not needing petroleum for anything. I mean, just look. Half my home is filled with petroleum. So much so that it's just, yeah, petroleum everywhere. So I don't care. I like it. I'm sure we can figure something out in the future. Not dumb. At least we learned how to make scrying mirrors to see the whole fucking world on, called Apple and Samsung and Sony cell phones and whatever you got. Sure, America makes great inventions, but we still fall short. We have great ideas. We don't execute them well. So, like, say for instance, if I went to college, I have a great idea. I really do. I've done this 1,000 times. Let me explain to you. I have this amazing fucking idea, alright? But I can't execute it properly in a plan, in a whatever. I'm gonna have to learn how to create something worth the shit, you know? Like a lesson plan in something. At first I didn't know how to create a lesson plan. I was just... But I learned. And when I learned how to create a lesson plan, I've had people in my class be like, wow, I had no fucking clue that this content existed about this subject and that you could teach it in high schools. I was like, it's about the Holocaust. Why the fuck not? You have Alan Renee's Night and Fog, Mouse, the comic, Mouse, that comic book. I can't remember the author, but it's called Mouse. So, yeah, it's kind of gory, and let's throw some Holocaust poems in there for a lesson plan for that. I don't know, that week. Stuff that's more on university level. Yeah, everybody took that lesson plan. It's like, wow, that was interesting. I want to look at it real quick. So yeah. That was my thing in college. Holocaust literature and stuff like that. So. Like I said, I understand where the Holocaust is about, but aside from that, I still like pineapple Fanta. Alright. If you have to kill me for that, go ahead. Yeah, pineapple Fanta. I like it. It tastes legit. It tastes real. I don't know if Doc Martens has anything to do with it, but Dr. Martin. But I think that's a British brand, right? No, I don't know. I can't remember. We'll have to look it up. But I have a couple of pairs of Doc Martens. I only wear black laces in them, though. Probably should get some white, or not, red. Yeah, red. Right. No, I prefer black. You know, like black block, Antifa. I totally hate the idea that Antifa is called Antifa. If they really knew the history, they wouldn't be calling themselves Antifa. But they probably called themselves anti-commie. I don't know. If they knew the truth. If they really knew the truth. Because how do you have uh, cola in Russia that is just more than Germany ever had? Yeah. I'm not sure if you'll ever find anything on that. I'm sure there's a lot of Jews that lived in Russia too, from what I heard. Slava Ukraine, right? Slava Ukraine. Slava Ukraine. Dixie, look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Yeah. You don't want this shit. I know you guys don't want this type of shit. It always starts in Kansas, though. Kansas is where it begins. Like bleeding Kansas, where like abolition, like it all starts in Kansas. Uh, yeah, it always starts in Kansas. That's where the hot shit begins, is in Kansas. Throughout history, we've always been like this state where shit starts to get hot first. And when it starts to get hot in Kansas, you know it's going to get hot around everywhere else. Like, what's his name? John Brown. John Brown, yeah. John Brown. Without old John Brown, they said, old black folks wouldn't be allowed to live free, they said. Always give it over to the white dude, right? Not to the Harriet Tubman or something like that. But anyways, without the white dude, they'd probably not be able to do what they can now, if you know what I mean. At least there was a white dude out there that realized it was wrong. It was totally wrong. They shouldn't have done that. But you know, they were with Egyptian cotton. Yeah, that totally like diminished the whole cotton industry in America. No more were white plantation owners making as much money and sending their cotton up north to process into American textiles anymore, and little kids in the north making that shit, you know. Because without little kids, they couldn't make it. They couldn't make it. Because those little kids, you know, they could get into the machines and get caught up and killed. So they were expendable coming off the boats from Europe. So little orphans, nobody gave a fuck about. So, anyways, Egypt picked that up. They were like, we got it. We can make it cheaper and send it to Europe and make it better. That's why they say Egyptian cotton is better, right? So yeah, you had a bunch of white plantation owners with a whole bunch of money, with a whole bunch of hot black wives, I'm sure. At least they knew how to cook and clean. Well, he took care of everything else to some extent. I mean, he couldn't have like slaves anymore, but yeah. I don't know. They call him Thomas Jefferson. I guess he loved, what's her name? Sally Hemings more than his own wife. Apparently, yeah. Thomas Jefferson was in love with Sally Hemings more than his own wife. Go figure, hey? Welcome to America, the only place where most people are allowed to, yeah. But I guess after the Civil War, he had to give her a house out in the back or something. Before, she had a room inside his plantation. Probably wasn't the best, but the girl could probably go in any room she wanted. I bet she probably could piss in his own pot too if she wanted. Or in his mouth if she wanted. I don't know. Have you ever seen that movie? Where all his, the white chicks in his family were like always like jealous of Sally Hemings because Thomas Jefferson liked her better. I don't know. Maybe she knew how to take care of a man that loved her. I don't know. But yeah, can you imagine? You're considered a slave girl, right? Just by society's standards. But damn, you live like a rich girl. Because not everybody. I'm sure she didn't have to cook that much. I'm sure she wasn't in there with Aunt Jemima slaving away. I'm sorry, but she wasn't. I'm pretty sure she was. She might have been tending the gardens when she wanted to. On certain days, picking vegetables that she thought would be great for dinner. Cleaning up the antiques, just dusting them off, making them look nice for the guests. I don't know, picking out his outfits. I don't know, picking out his cologne, his ties. Making sure his bedside looks all nice. Before his wife comes in or something like that. If you've ever seen that movie, he's always like, kind of like standing by her door at night, listening in. And his like white bitches are all like, always like me mugging. Yeah. Who would have thunk, right? Who would have thunk that maybe Thomas Jefferson's real wife was Sally Hemings? There's this belief that in Chinese, like, whatever, concubine culture, that the first wife will always hate the man. I think the second wife, he'll always be in love with her or something like that. Or whatever. I don't know how it works. And the third wife will always be after his money or something like that. I don't know how it works, but yeah. I don't know how the story goes. Even though the first wife will be there until the end, second wife will always love him. But yeah, I don't know how it works. You gotta look it up. We'll look it up. Are men philanderers? I'm sure we are. It's just normal, I guess. But, yeah. But yeah, apparently he loved, it seemed like in the movie that he loved Sally Hemings more than anyone else. That's how I took it. Just like in, what is it? 7 Years of a Slave. I think what is it? I think that's what it is. You always hear about those things where, but yeah, you always hear about it. You know, guys go overseas, find themselves an Asian wife. Or a foreign wife, like a Russian wife. I heard Russian wives are like just like that too. From what I hear. Like women up there in that area, they'll cook you a nice meal. A beautiful meal. I've seen it, like women from other countries do that. Very impressive. But like I said, my grandmother, she can bust out a breakfast like nobody else, and she's white. I've never seen yeah. Not too many American white women, I have to give you hands down when it comes to the American Southern breakfast. Sorry, I don't mean to be misogynistic, but I always think women cook better than men. I'm sorry. I don't know what it is. I don't care if you're a 5-star chef. I still think women cook better than men. If you need me to go out and kill you, whatever, I'll go do it. But ultimately, I think you're going to be a better cook than me. Just ultimately. I mean, sure, you can teach me your recipes and everything, but I can't make pastries like my aunt, my Korean aunt, who died, who learned from her husband's family how to cook beautiful, like, confectionaries. Just beautiful. Stuff you could sell in stores and make billions of dollars off of, I think. Just beautiful confectionaries. And all that stuff, like cakes and candies, and tastes so decadent. That's the only time I ever really experienced that type of, I would call it Tudor culture out of England, like, that came to America and was reinvented. Because, you know, the Tudors, they were the ones that were really into sugar, and until the whole thing, sugar tax thing. But yeah, and America was like, sure, sugar's cool, we love it, you know, come over, Tudors. You know, and so I guess that's where it came from. Yeah, the Tudors from England. And that might have been a tradition in their family, but delicious. Very marketable, I thought. I'd call her Miss Cakes or something. Have her picture on the cover. She's so photogenic. I always thought she was photogenic. She's so beautiful in the pictures. Who wouldn't love Miss Cake on the front of like a packet of fudge, you know, or something. So photogenic. So like, oh my God. She reminds me of my grandma. Let's eat her Tudor-inspired American remix confectionaries. She reminds me of my grandma. We'll call her Miss Kate's chocolate decadent fudges mixed with peanut butter and almonds dusted with powdered sugar. Stuff I never had growing up because Asians don't really make those kind of desserts. But my aunt learned how to make them. Sometimes they bring them over and I'll be like, wow, she really did make that? Wow. Never seen a Korean actually make desserts like that. But yeah. I never had them in Korea. I never saw them. It's all American inspired. It's not real Korean. Real Korean desserts are like rice cookies dredged in honey. Stuff like that. But like American desserts, they're always number one in my opinion. Anytime I went overseas and tried their desserts, it sucked. In Asia, I'm sorry, Asian desserts suck, in my opinion. American desserts, number one so far. They still rate number one. I'm sorry, Europe, but they do. I like Roquefort and all that stuff, but I don't want to mess up my camera, but yeah. Yeah. You ain't gonna get the silkiness, the sweetness, the, you know. Toblerone is good and crunchy. Love it during Christmas time. Cadbury. I like the chocolate part on the egg. I guess if I was doing gay porn, it'd look real hot. I don't know. But, yeah. Gay porn, Cadbury's. I could totally see, yeah. Some fat dude, some fat, greasy, nasty dude getting off to that shit. Totally fetish. Food fetish, Cadbury. Just dribbling down my face like, I don't know. Totally. We can start a new thing called, like, Cadbury porn eggs or some shit. Some kind of weird, twisted, fucked up shit. Not that I'm really into that stuff, but if I have to make a living, I have to make a living, I guess, as a fucking... Who doesn't like a retard fucking slobbering all over a Cadbury egg? I guess there's someone out there for that market. I don't know, we could put it on the dark web or some shit. Make some like dirty money. Sounds good, right? Yeah, I'll spit on it too. I'm pretty good at it too. Sounds great. Spitting on Cadbury eggs, and eating it on some kind of dark web gay porn site with crippled fucks like me slobbering all over a sweet and juicy Cadbury egg. Oh man, proud to be an American. Anyways, if those Asian dudes ever want to come and hang out and I want to show them where Hannan is located and they want world domination corporate, just let me know. I don't know. What does fucking I don't know. Yeah. If you don't mind having Godzilla, I don't know what's going on Godzilla with my body. Who the fuck knows? Godzilla maybe? I don't know. World domination. World domination. Samsung, Sony. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Could it be China, Hananim? I don't know. Let's look it up. If you need some dirty money, just ask the fucking retard at 651 Upper Mill Heights Drive, apartment C11 in Salina, Kansas, the United States of America, USA. James Yong Kerby, JamesYongKerby. You're not going to get a phone number because it's been indefinitely. But yeah, totally. Cadbury eggs, dark web sounds like a grand time, but making dirty money. But yeah, God says I can help you dominate the world, China, if you want to. Because in America, they don't know what they have until it's gone. I always love that song, that Chinese communist song. Was it about Mao Zedong? Red sun in the sky. Red sun. Is that what it is? Red sun in the sky. I might share that. I'm gonna share that real quick. See if I can find it. I love it. So propaganda based. Sorry, I'm crawling on the floor like a handicapped car. You know what that means when you lose a bell. Anyway. Do you know anything about military cadence chants? When I was a kid, we loved to do that shit. Left, 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 right, left. You know, we'd like to be our daddies when we were a kid. I mean, you would think from infancy to about 15. My daddy was in the military, so. Anyways, I'm going to show you real quick. I'm going to look up the song, and then we'll continue our conversation real quick. I'm going to charge up my phone, too, so we can get this ball rolling. And I need to educate you guys on a few things. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just doing this real quick, so bear with me. I'm gonna let you in on it, so here in a sec. I just gotta make sure I got it all down pat, just right. Um, I don't know if China's the right place for me, but I do like China, the idea of China. Um, but I like Asia too. I don't know if Japan is like the right place for me. Maybe it is. I don't know. I have to look into my astrological location thing, but make sure I'm on the right track. But I think Japan might be. I don't know. I have to look into it. So see if Japan is the right spot. But I don't know. I think Korea would drive me crazy. Korea is just too like high paced. Like I don't think I can keep up. Just rush, 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 rush. But I love Korea. I do, really do. I just don't know if I can keep up. Bali, Bali, Bali culture, you know. Oh, I know in China they let you sleep, I think, but I don't know. I don't know anymore, but I try figure it out. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll figure it out. Um, yeah, I really like this song. I think it's a really cool song. So if you catch it, you catch it. I'll send up the video here pretty soon, so I'll upload the video so you know why I shared this song. I'm not trying to diss on America, but you know, if the shoe fits and the song is better than ours, I totally like, you know, damn. I think Fergie could do a better job, but honestly, damn, Mao Zedong, timeless. So, anyway, um, I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. LA love, USA love. Who knows? But who'd have thought? LA love, USA love. I always thought we spread love around the world, but we don't as much as I thought. Because everyone wants to be an American. At least I know I'm free. Yeah. So I thought. It's just like the idea of going to church and you think you're going to talk to God, but yeah. But at least they have communion and beautiful candles at Christmas. One time I got a Bible. I wanted to collect Bibles just for fun. Because I like them. Anyways. This is the song I posted on Facebook. So I know it's not American, but it's still a really cool song. If like Fergie came out with, let's see, say it like, I don't know, you know, Fergie's L.A. Love, but it was more like USA Love. But it's hard when they tell you you're born free. Anyways, who knows if China's any better? Probably not. But anyways, I like the song. If you want to listen to it, Oneiromancy. We're talking about my dream again. All right, that I had, where I was crippled like I am now. My legs don't work. And I was wrapped in a white shawl or blanket of some sort. So, and it says Oneiromancy. And some Asian, very high profile Asian, yeah, men came and visited me with their security agents. And Hananim, what's God in Korean? Yeah. What's it? All right. God.
하나님,
Yeah, it's Hananim.
하나님, 하나님, 하나님.
So, I guess in Chinese, what would it be? I don't know if simplified is right, but
上帝，上帝，上帝，上帝，上帝。
let's try Japanese. I don't know who these people were, though. But I'll. Kami, all right.
Kami, Kami, Kami.
So I've heard that word
Kami.
before.
Kami, 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 Kami.
So yeah, I don't know. Anyways, they were Asian. Oneiromancy is a form of divination that uses dreams to predict the future or gain hidden insights. The word comes from the Greek word oneires, meaning dream, and montane, meaning prophecy. Across history, many cultures, many ancient cultures, view dreams as divine messages sent from gods or spirits. Wait a second, do you guys see these patterns in my screen? That one, do you see that pattern? I don't know if you see that pattern. It was like that. That's what the pattern was like in the sky. Something like that. It was like a pattern like that. I don't know. It was like a logo that looked like, how did I get that? Yeah. It looked like that. It looked something like that. I don't know. It was a logo in the sky that looked similar to that. Almost like it. More round, but yeah. More like circular. Like Enzo. But Enzo, like, but the other way. Like, not like this way, but like, how was it? Maybe it was like that way? Or was it like this way? I don't know. It was like a different way, Enzo, but it was kind of like that. I don't know. Had those lines though. Definitely had similar lines like that. But anyways, practiced widely in ancient Egyptian or Egypt, Babylon, and Greece. Ramesside dream book and early Egyptian papyrus text that lists dream scenarios and defines them as good or bad omens. Biblical famous examples include Joseph interpreting Pharaoh's dream about fat and lean cows, predicting famine and plenty. So, yeah. Soul travel. Any old belief states that the soul leaves the body during sleep and visits higher realms of truth. Symbolism. Dream images are seen as cryptic codes that require a skilled interpreter to translate into actionable warnings or advice. Modern shift. While once a powerful political tool, managed by temple seers, is now exists mostly in folk traditions or linked psychologically to modern psychoanalysis and self-reflection. All right. So, we understand what oneiromancy is now, right? It's like dream interpretation, right? Yeah. Whatever, right? Everybody has dreams, right? Well, only when God wants me to dream. That's the only time. Normally, I don't have dreams. Because the last one I told, I don't know, to someone I might have gotten in trouble for, so. God forbid I tell someone that a major catastrophe is going to happen, so. Anyways, like I said, Asian dudes come riding up in some luxury black fancy car. I don't know what it is. Where they're from. China, Korea, or Japan. I don't know. I'm wrapped in a shawl. A white one. And I'm crippled. I can't walk in this dream. Alright? I can't fucking walk in this dream. And this dream was like 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. So we're going back 2-3 years ago when I could walk. 2-3 years ago. I could fucking walk during that time. But in this dream, I could not walk. I need a crutch. I was like, what the fuck? Alright? I can't fucking walk. Anyways. So, oneiromancy, dream, prophecy is a form of divination based upon dreams and also uses dreams to predict the future. Oneiromancy plans be used to predict or enhance dreamlike states of consciousness. Occasionally, the dreamer feels as if they are transported to another time or place, and this offered evidence that they are in fact, divine information upon their return. So, in Korean shamanism, dreams are powerful, vivid, and often unsettling experiences that play a central role in calling of a Mudong shaman. These dreams are rarely viewed as ordinary, subconscious processing. Instead, they are interpreted as direct communication, visions, or testing from spirits, gods, and ancestors. Role of dreams in shamanistic call, Shinbyang. Vivid visions. Prospective shamans often visualize deities, mythical animals, or deceased ancestors who reveal hidden knowledge or future events, blurring reality as the spiritual calling intensifies, often manifests as Shinbyang or spirit sickness. Dreams become indistinguishable from waking hallucinations, causing severe physical and psychological fatigue. Spiritual testing. Spirits use dreams to test, break down, rebuild the individual, compelling them to accept their path and seek initiation from an experienced mentor. Common characteristics, prophetic accuracy. Dreams during this phase often bleed into reality, leading to accurate predictions or sudden unearned knowledge about clients or future happenings. Visitations, ancestors, or local spirits repeatedly appear in sleep paralysis or deep trances, demanding acknowledgement and services. So, shit happens to me all the time when I dream. Only when I dream. God damn, my legs hurt. Godzilla, right? Godzilla, is that what I'm gonna go? I love to shower. Shower all the fucking time. I love showering. And scrub, exfoliate. And I eat, like I said, with my rice bowl in my hand. I'll show you. Anyways. Uh, Shinbyang is called self-loss, is the possession from a god that a chosen Mu shaman goes through. In the Korean shamanistic tradition, it is said to accompany a physical pain and psychosis. Believers would assert that the physical and mental symptoms are not subject to medical treatment, but may only be cured through acceptance of and full communion with the spirit. The illness is characterized by the loss of appetite, insomnia, visual and auditory hallucinations. A ritual called a nadam cures this illness, which also serves to induct the new shaman priests. Uh, Divination through dreams, known as aromancy, is, all right. I think we addressed that. Let's try this. God in Chinese and God in Korean. All right, so I don't know how to explain this to you, so. All right, now I told you. My dream. I was crippled. This was 3 years ago when I could walk. And I was wrapped in a white shawl. I was living here at 651 Upper Mill Heights Drive, apartment C11, Salina, Kansas, the United States of America, USA. All right. All over the world. Me in the spot in the middle of the United States. The most podunk, useless fucking city in all the fucking world. Like, no one gives a fuck about this dumb shithole town. I don't care who you are. No one gives a fuck about it. So, anyways, really important. I'm assuming you're dressed up like, I don't know. They're dressed in black suits. All right. Black cars. Luxury cars. I don't know if they're like bulletproof. I don't know. I don't know anything about that culture. I live in Salina, Kansas, in a dumb hole my whole fucking life. I don't know what these really important Asian men want. I'm scared to death of them, first off. I'm frightened. All right. I think I really fucked up something, and I didn't mean to. So they take me to a seat. I feel like it's over there, but it's not. It's not over there in my apartment complex. It feels like it's over there, but it's not. It feels like it's over here somewhere the whole time, but because we can see in that direction. So somewhere around here, I don't know, out in the front, but I feel like I'm over there in the apartment complex. And I have these Asian dudes walking around me with this other Asian dude sitting next to me. So, I mean, these Asian dudes are scoping out the place. Like everybody's, like nobody's there, just me and these Asian dudes. And these Asian dudes are just like, you don't come near us right now. So we're sitting over somewhere over here. But I think the whole time I'm feeling like I'm over there in the back part of the apartment complex. And I keep pointing. They're saying something like Jesus Christ or Messiah. They keep pointing to me. I'm like, no, Hananim, like I showed you early in the video, is up by the Smoky Hill River in that cloud over there. I can see the symbol. It's going to take over the world. It's a round one. That's all I can say to him. It's God. I say, how do I say? If they were Japanese, all right? If they were Japanese.
Kami, 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 kami.
Or if they were Chinese.
上帝，上帝，上帝。
하나님, 하나님, 하나님.
And I said, like, there are all these like big buildings there by the Smoky Hill River. And it just takes over the world. It's bigger than McDonald's logo. It's more important than the McDonald's logo. You know, like Jesus Christ, Messiah. Like, nah. Hananim in the clouds. Then they put me in the car and we drive off. They put me in that fancy car. I don't know what happened after that. Really fancy car. I don't know why they'd pick up. Oh, hopefully I didn't knock that over. Oh no, it's just a dream, right? That was 3 years ago. When I could walk. Military cadence chants. Don't we all want to do that shit? Ugh. And when it all falls down. Anyways, I know I'm probably going to get in trouble for that. So, yeah, I'll show you once again where I saw Hananim real quick. If you need to know. Yeah, he totally took over the world. I like the logo. I thought it was pretty. It's just a logo. The real high-tech looking logo too. Like really cool high-tech looking logo. In the clouds. Totally took over the world. It was great. They didn't know what they had until it was gone, though. They really didn't. They had no clue. Not a goddamn clue. Oh shit, they had no fucking clue. Not a goddamn. We're live from Salina, Kansas. Witch House Chronicles of Salina, Kansas. Yeah. World leaders. It was so cool. I don't know. That's what I was being told. They were calling me Jesus the Messiah. They're like, yeah, you're Jesus the Messiah, whatever. And I was like, yeah. So